Ju, Dinway, Mahogany and welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. R. Stenberg. With me as an I, Captain Morgan on the SS Poop Deck.
Oh yeah, there's your
How are you?
co-host.
My co-host, my co-host.
Hmm.
How are you?
Pretty good, man. I've been
That's good.
I've been reading Tony Hillman. I started Skinwalkers.
Yes.
Yeah, the Busted Way. I finished. So this is the third one, and I got his daughter's book with like every chapter is one of his books and the places in New Mexico where it takes place. Um, Tony
So,
Hillman would
is,
say that he says this is like he does the introduction. He was still alive when it was put together. Um, he says like
so
for
he's not alive.
no he's yeah he died,
He, oh, okay.
but I mean before this book came out a while ago, and he says like if you're reading my books with a map of New Mexico next to you. This will help. And I went, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was like, Googling, Mount Taylor, all that other stuff. Um, and now I got, and this was a deal. This is like $5 on eBay. It's a hardcover. It's not hot. I don't think anybody even cracked it. I'm the one that's kind of making a mess of it. It's fucking beautiful, man. I love Navajos. They are so cool. They are fucking really cool. I mean, it must be the peyote and the land. You know, um, like they call like anybody who's like is trying to like accumulate wealth is like it's a mental illness, and they call them witches, and they're dismayed by white man, right? There was one they don't understand burials. Like what are you doing? They're more like Klingons on Star Trek, right? Once the body's dead, it's useless. We don't fucking do away with it. It's the spirit now, and this it's cool. The spirit. There's two things that happen after you die. You're a crazy angry ghost running around, or you and eventually go to oblivion, or you go to oblivion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the chinley that hangs around. So bodies have to be taken care of very carefully because the influence of the chinley, the mischievous, bad part of the spirit hangs around
Yeah.
the body
It'll stay
after.
in the building they died in. They wouldn't go in there no more. That's it. We're out of here. Just
Yeah,
the Hogans, right? They'll abandon it, or they
yeah,
make a hole so the fuck a guy can so the spirit can get the fuck out. Yeah. It's great though. I fucking love this shit. I love
yeah.
anyway. That's
Well,
what
it's a
I've been doing.
beautiful part of the country, as you've seen. It's very impressive. Everyone should visit when they get a chance.
Mike,
What cheer, Neetop? How's it going?
buongiorno. Ma che fa?
So yeah, I mean this this camera of yours on the computer, it's a little, it's
Oh yeah,
still
Mike,
fuzzy.
you're classic. You're furry.
I'm a little blurry. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just that you're the center. Hopefully, Mike will come and make it smaller.
Anyway, how's things up there, high above the earth, with emphasis on high?
so, so I get really baked every night while I'm sleeping. In order to sleep, I have to be heavily drugged in order to stay asleep. So, when I get up in the morning, I'm still high. So, you really value sobriety at that point. So I don't like use it recreationally anymore at all because I just like to stay sober as much as I can. And then at night, I eat the gummies, take some sleeping pills, and I'm out. So I'm really stoned all night
Sleeping
long.
pills
Yeah, they're just
with the
just
sleeping
Benadryl.
pills.
It's just Benadryl.
Are they? Just Benadryl.
It's the same chemical as Benadryl.
I used to take that. I took that shit once. I don't know if it was Benadryl, but it was one of those cold medicines, right? And my nose turned into a Triscuit. I started whistling and shit. It was really uncomfortable.
Really?
I was shooting like water up there. I couldn't wait for the shit to wear off.
Yeah,
I
it
never used it.
dries
again.
your
Oh, the mucous membrane.
your nasal
Like
cavity.
what is that? It's not an expectorant. What do they call that?
Antihistamine.
Whatever. It sucked. I've never got a cold remedy. Some off
Yeah,
the
this one
counter.
doesn't do that.
Huh?
This one doesn't do that.
No.
Just
Benadryl, it
makes you
sounded
sleepy.
like a cold thing. It's not a cold thing.
No, it's a.
Oh,
it's
what
a,
a-
It's an antihistamine,
Yeah.
but it doesn't dry your mucous membranes.
No.
That's something else that they put in there in the cold remedy to dry it up. Because
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
all just running and running, it dries it up.
So you don't always have to have that, huh? So they got.
No.
So it's the stuff that clears you up, but it leaves you moist.
Well, it doesn't. If you have a cold, it doesn't do anything for you. But if you're
Yeah.
having an allergic reaction, if you have an allergic reaction, or poison ivy or
All
something
right,
like that,
suppresses the reaction to these kinds
Yeah.
of things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
and it makes you sleepy.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
the Simply Sleep stuff here, which is the same chemical as Benadryl, because it's sleep stuff, it's cheaper than buying Benadryl.
So I got sleepy time tea.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
I got that. I got another one too called Smooth Move.
I don't need that either.
Old people tea.
I don't need that.
Smooth move. Isn't that
Smooth.
like a laxative or something? Or
It's all placebo, man. Like hot water will do it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just like there you go. You're drinking tea that's supposed to do something, and sometimes that works just because you're relaxing now. Because you're going, you're not worried about it anymore. You're not all tense about not going. Now you're worried about how much is in you, and that puckers you up even more.
I've
Where the
never,
hell am I going
I've never
with this?
experienced that. Really,
smooth move.
knock on wood. I've never experienced that.
You know, I don't think of myself as an old man, right? An old
Everybody
man.
else does, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
get
know, and I know I am, and yesterday it came home to me, because they warn old people should really be careful in this weather, right? And it's that ain't me, right? Man, I was looking for my nitro. I'm going, what the fuck is wrong, right? And I go, oh my god, it's the fucking evil air that kills old people, right? So I cranked both my ACs up. I started feeling a little better after an hour. I took my blood pressure. I was like, it was pounding. My pulse was up. I went, ooh, I hadn't felt like this in a while. And wasn't really sure where my nitro was. It was in my bag where I go to work, right? And it was expired. It was only, I could tell. I put it on my tongue. It's like it had no kick. It had a little bit, but shit, I gotta get more nitro.
How does that feel?
Huh?
How does it feel?
Kind of a
The kick, like what's it like?
I feel like my heart's about to attack. It's going to attack. I'm attacking, and so you put it under the tongue, and it's sort of a little bit of a sting. It has kind of a weird taste. It's not bad, and then everything clears up, or not. But it's been a while. It's been a lot. But I've been fucking around with my blood pressure medicine, and I took I made logs. I kept track of it all week. My blood pressure's I'm good. But now I know how to do that. I can do that blindfolded now. And I found out how to take my pulse. So I'm doing that. I kept the log, and then I got tired of it. And actually, I'm steady. I was all over the place with the new drug, and then went. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
you gotta take matters into your own hands sometimes. You do the biopsy.
So you said you were going off the statin. Is that what this is about?
No, not the statin.
You were transitioning away from that, or
no, not statin. Because I'm always going to be on that because of my cholesterol. I'm not going to be able to. I can't diet myself out of that because my body does it. I'm a different type of. It's not because of what I eat, or I wouldn't have it. No, statin. I'm good. It's the beta blocker. It slows the heart down, keeps it from pounding. I found out that undercover cops take it. because it keeps them calm, like when they're in front of.
I
like, a
heard
big
about
crime.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I noticed that when I started taking them, I almost got in a car accident, and then after it, I was like, "Well, I should be pretty." Normally, I'd be fucking pretty jazzed right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah,
like
right.
fine. I'm like Clint Eastwood, you know, and Dirty Harry. I'm like, whatever, you know, almost death. Fuck, I don't care. You know, I was like, wow, this is. I don't care about nothing. Amazing.
Well, I
Yeah,
hope
I had
things settle down for you. Then I hope things balance out for you.
Yeah, me too. I'm pulling for me. I I'll be fine until I'm not. Anyway, it was weird because I didn't because there was a warning specifically to me, old guy, right? And I'm like, not me. I'm not that guy. You know, I'm not old guy. And then I'm like, and then I'm wondering what the fuck's wrong. You know what I mean?
yeah. Very recently, I started having that happen with the heat, and it never happened to me before. I used to work outside in the heat all the time, you know.
Yeah.
But I was out working in the sun. It was 103 degrees in the shade. I was out in the sun working, and I started feeling tightness, and my heart was kind of going a little weird. And like, oh yeah, this is what they were talking about.
That's what they're talking about.
This gets worse as you get older.
Yeah. Yep. All that shit's old. It's all breaking down. Mike, you had a fucking Pinto?
What?
You had a Pinto? A Ford Pinto?
A Ford Pinto? No,
Yeah.
my father did.
Oh, why'd you put my first car?
I didn't.
Oh, that's what it said. Oh, somebody else said it.
Maybe it was my cohort.
Oh, that was his first car. Oh, that's sad.
Maybe, I'm guessing. I don't know. My folks, yeah, my parents had one too. It was kind of a shit wagon for sure.
I have one out in the field.
Yeah.
I have a Pinto pony out in the field.
I went to Ensenada in Mexico in the back. I was sitting on that famous gas tank with another guy drinking whiskey. And my friend kept losing his muffler. So we'd stop on the side of the road, he'd run down, he'd run and get it, right? And he'd come back out, you know, right? And put it back on. And I said, John, leave it the fuck off. We're in Mexico. They don't give a fuck about anything. They don't care about your inspection sticker. Plus, it's getting tiresome to watch it fucking, like it kept happening. He said, just leave it back here, right? But he wouldn't do it. So I remember that. And then a bunch of little kids tried to rip me off in the alley, right? Because I was sick. And I kept using. I remember I was pointing my vomit towards them, like as a weapon. Yeah, Mexico's the shit. And I woke up in the Pinto on the pier by the ship. John drove back, left me in the car, asleep in the back on the gas tank, on the exploding gas tank in the sun by a warship that could get targeted at any minute. Yeah, Pinto. Yeah, brought it all back. Pintos. Oof.
And my first car was a Dodge Coronet 440.
Yeah, I put a picture of that on the group. You didn't look? Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw something.
That was
My phone's dead right now.
because I thought you said this is my first car. I thought, and it was just a podcast. It was just a link to a Spotify account. So I just said, it's about the Cornet. I remember that car. And then later I said, sorry, I brought the Cornet up.
Yeah.
The sad tale. That was a beautiful.
Well, I was young and stupid
Yeah.
and shouldn't have had a nice car.
Well, yeah, I was lucky. I was
should have had a
smarter
Volkswagen.
than you. I just was fucking luckier. You know, that's all. Jesus, fuck. Jesus.
Yeah.
And you know, those cars back then did not handle it all.
No.
A friend, one of the kids got a fucking 60 Mustang, like a 68, 60, something like that, right? And I warned him right away. Says, this is not a car you're used to. Says, just don't stare. You take a right, it'll fucking
Yeah,
take you
that's
into
right.
the woods and shit. Right?
They,
He says, try it out, right? And he said, wow, you're right. When he drove, he came back. Next time I saw him, I said,
Yeah.
fuck, you're right.
Yeah, you got to plan on stopping.
And-
Like,
and
there's a stop sign way up there. I better hit the brakes now.
Yeah.
It's like a mile away.
the car might do.
they made millions of those things before they realized they had to put a front end in those things.
Oh,
They were terrible.
The
I had a
handling's so
60,
awful.
65 and a 66 Mustang, and Carl Bergstrom had a 66 Camaro, and we worked on both all the time. And the Camaro was so much better made than the Ford Mustang in every way. The front, it had an actual front end to it. You know, there was responsive steering and all that stuff. It
Yeah.
was just a horrible car. You know.
A friend of mine in the Navy got a 1969 Mach 1, right? And he had it not the whole. He didn't have it a whole day. He floored it, and then he took a right turn for some reason. And he lost control. He went through a guy's yard. He hit a tree, and then the side of a fucking garage.
Uh,
He totaled the car. He didn't have it a day.
Not surprised.
Even
Yeah,
like my brother's Corvettes. Now those are sports cars of the day, right?
Mm.
They kind of float down the road. You know, you kind of, you know, and the brakes are not like brakes in modern cars at all. You know, drum brakes.
No. It's a different way of braking then. Like I used
Well,
to ABS, but we
there's
pumped,
no power
right? Remember?
power
You have to-
brakes back then. I mean,
No.
power brakes was a big improvement, even
Yeah.
with drum brakes. It was enormous.
The first
Yeah.
time, the first time I hit power brakes, I did it with my clutch foot, and I thought it was a clutch. It was the first time I was in an automatic. I got and my clutch foot went down and slammed on that fucking brake pedal, and my head hit the steering wheel. But I wasn't going very fast,
Ouch.
luckily, you know. And my hand is blindly looking for gears that ain't there, right? It was so weird. I was so on auto. Yeah, my first time on automatic. I was just like a year in. I've been driving a year already on the standard, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A lot of people nowadays have never driven a standard.
Yeah, I met people like that.
My kids both learned on a standard though, so I made sure that they did that.
That's good. What did
I
you
don't
have
mind.
to teach them on? What
My-
were you
my-
using in to
My
teach?
Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah, I had a
Oh,
couple
nice.
standards.
Sequoia's little sports car is a standard.
Nice. What is it?
It's a Mazda 3.
A Mazda?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Very nice.
it's got dual exhaust. It's really cool. It's got
Easy
turbo.
to park.
Fast.
Easy to
It's
park.
fast.
That's
Little
big.
4-cylinder car is fast. It'll do donut. It'll just do circles around a Corvette.
It'll do donuts. That's the selling point. That's why they should put it at the used cars. We'll do donuts, you know? $2,999. Donut special.
Nine.
9. That's why they never had Windows 9. you know?
9.
They went from 8 to 10, Windows 8 to 10. But nobody ever brought it up, and I was thinking, why not 9? I went, oh, 9. So in Germany, it's like Windows no. So, look at
You're not going to see Windows 13 either.
yeah. I think we're going to see 11.
There's no 13th floor in hotels.
There's no
There's
real
no
13
13th
on
floor. But
airplanes.
if you're on the 14th floor, you know you're fucked.
Oh, yeah. You're on 13, man. Yeah, it's like the row 14 on an airplane. Not good. It's by the,
We know.
yeah.
We can do the math. We know.
It's by the weak spot in the fuselage. Just to make it more thrilling. Row 14. No. Well, I think I saw somewhere 13 was in between 12. It was a movie. There was like this floor in between.
Oh yeah, that was
Being John Malkovich.
Being John
being John
Malkovich.
Malkovich. Yeah,
That was a fucked up movie, man.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was good though. Remember liking
yeah.
it?
It was weird.
Remember the guy trying to explain what was going on this side of the reality, right? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? No, come and check it out. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Then I don't remember much else. I remember that though. So I'm reading Skinwalker.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking Navajos are great. They're like my favorite people. Nah. Oh, you know what? They're like Klingons when it comes to death. Like do with it what you will with the body. They don't understand us burying bodies. It's like a white man. Like basically, these books are great because it's like these guys just looking at white men and just wondering what the fuck is wrong with them. You know, it's just like because like actually accumulating wealth and shit. In if you're a Navajo, that's a mental illness. You're a witch. You know.
Yeah, that was a common feeling across the continent. You know, like the best guys, like in our culture, the best guy has the most and gives away the least. In their culture, the best guy has the least and gives away the most.
Yeah. Well,
like the most successful hunter, like he's got ratty clothes and because he just gives everything to everybody.
Yeah, because that's way better. It's a better way to be.
Because he knows he's not going to be successful one day, and that other guy's going to be successful, so he's going to eat no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in Tribe. Did you check out that audiobook? Tribe?
Audiobook?
Tribe.
I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that one.
It's in there.
I don't think so. I never saw it.
No, I definitely dumped it on there because I purposely.
Right.
It's under.
I
remember what the directory tree looks now, but there's
just reading.
And there's audio.
I was just reading a review of. What's the name of this book? The Dawn of Everything: A New History of Humanity.
Ooh.
And it's the difference between colonial Europe and pre-colonized America from both points of view. Like they had no democracies at all in Europe at that time. They just had like massive inequality and
feudalism.
And they got these ideas from contact with America's, these ideas of equality and, freedom and, democracy, voting and all that stuff. That came from here.
Yeah.
And it changed the world.
Not from ancient Greece or anything like that.
No, not Greece.
So.
Well, count them out.
No, they took some of the trappings of that.
Sparta.
They did.
Yeah, not from Sparta, not from the Roman Republic, nothing like that. It only came from Native Americans.
Well, because
took Sparta into consideration. That's why it's difficult to get anything done in Congress. Some of the laws they wanted it to be. Sparta was like that. They looked at all societies that had lasted a while. Sparta made it like 700 years, so they definitely looked at their system. And part of it they decided was that it was very difficult to change anything. Like everybody had to fucking agree. That was the idea of it. That's why Congress is like really not doing their job, because they're supposed to be a little more. Well,
it's got to be a really good idea for everybody to agree on it.
Yeah,
or it should be, right?
That's the theory. Yeah. So, but that's Sparta. Yeah, there was Sparta in there.
Yep. But like the average, European who ended up grabbing his pitchfork, he'd never heard of that shit. But he had heard all the stories from America, The educated guys, like, Thomas Jefferson, people who read books, well, they knew history.
Well, like I said,
he was a big proponent of Sparta. He wanted to adopt the Spartan system to the United States government.
Him and Ben Franklin used to go and meet with the Six Nations because they wanted to find out how to everybody could keep their independence, all the different colonies, but they still had one government. So they would go and meet with them and take notes. And then King George forbade them from ever talking to them anymore.
Yeah, there were laws against that.
But it was too late. They already had a plan.
Yeah, they were already there. What do you like? Yeah, all right. How the fuck you gonna not be affected? You're on the continent. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Stay in your root cellar. Don't go out.
They had trouble in the early colonies. They just had trouble keeping people in the colonies.
Yep.
They were all defecting, going off to live with the tribe. So they made it like a punishable by death if you went native, and they'd hunt you down and kill you.
Yeah, we'll try. But now you got a tribe. So, yeah. Come get me, fuckers. Yeah, I would have gone UA.
Puritan culture was fucked,
well, it's still a remnant of the feudal system, the English feudal system. That
Yeah, they wanted to have that here.
So, George, did you finish Spartina?
Not yet. No, I was down at the Charleston Breachway, and I got through quite a bit of it while I was
I saw that.
sitting on the Charleston Breachway, and I was trying to place myself in his shoes. Yeah, it's a very interesting read.
It
You
was
know,
a lot
a
like
lot of
me.
the types, a lot of the politics are going into like all these folks that owned land down there, and all giving it up to the rich people who are building vacation homes on these
Yeah.
places, and like
Yeah, he
pushing
had to
out
do a
the
clam
people
bake
that made their
on
living.
his own property.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they got
right.
what the that
It's-
big house that his grandfather built or great grandfather.
Yeah,
built, all that shit.
the wedding
Rich
cake
people live in it
house.
now,
Yeah,
and they're building rich people summer homes all over the fucking place. You know,
right. And they're like
just,
pushing out all these people that eke out a living with the ocean, you know, aside from,
all the good
and,
spots
and,
are being
you know, the whole
taken by
economy
houses.
is right by wealthy folks.
I like his insubordination. Like I was in the Navy. He joined the Coast Guard, and he didn't take orders well either.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. Remember,
Yeah.
like there was this part infraction. You hear infraction, refraction, light refraction. Like you can like sometimes when you're on watch, you'll see a ship over the horizon. The light will hit just right, and you can see things over the horizon. They call it refraction, right? So
Okay.
so Pierce sees a ship, right? And his boss, his lieutenant, or whatever the fuck, right? Says there ain't nothing there, right? And gives him a bunch of shit. And then he gets like then finally it shows up. Turns out he was right, but he caught crap for fucking like calling out shit that ain't there. And so they're settling it. It's him, his boss, and the captain, right? And then so the captain explains refraction to him, right? And then the lieutenant goes, "I bet you didn't know that, Pierce," right? And he goes, "That makes two of us, sir." And then the captain goes, "That's enough." Yeah, he was great. I fucking like him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. That makes two of us,
Yeah,
sir.
he's yeah. This is definitely someone that we would get along with. This
Yeah.
is a guy that we would, if we'd known, if we'd grown up around him. You know, certainly working class fishing guy. You know, guy worked the boats his whole life, eked his living out at the marginal living out. You know, cohogging, clamming,
Whatever.
fishing, working boats, fixing boats. Yeah, real
Dodging
you
the
know.
DEM while you're clamming.
right.
illegally.
Dodging the DEM. Yeah.
It's them.
Sending his kids, yes,
Them
out
guys.
to
Yeah,
yeah,
he's,
definitely. I'm enjoying the book
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And he's thinking the DEM girl.
Oh yeah, she's a fox. Well, he grew up with her, right? So
No, she's younger, but she always had a crush on him. And she had like a childhood thing.
yeah,
She's a bit younger, not hugely younger, but just younger. So
just a year or two younger.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's the one that brought.
She went off to school
Yeah,
while he worked the boats.
yeah, he was
He
just
was
this
in the Coast Guard.
cranky fucking guy at the docks. He actually was he built boats too, as you know, because he's building that boat to his specs. You know, he worked in the boat yard. He got fired from that. He's been fired from everything. Right? The only thing you can do is go
Mike,
fish
I'll
alone. Or just
When
quit.
I'm finished with it, Mike, I'll pass it on to you. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a good read,
Yeah.
especially if you're sitting on the beach.
Yeah, it was good. You brought the book where it needed to be. Now it's
Yeah,
some
at the
sand in
Charleston
it.
Breachway. I should have taken the shot at the Breachway.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I thought you should have lined the bow of the boat up to the water line. Like you just had it above. Like if you it's come down, because
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking that.
I just took a quick pic while I was
Yeah.
there. I say, hey, Dave should see this while I'm reading this here.
yeah,
This
lining the
beautiful
camera.
place.
That's some Heron. It was Heron's idea that her and Steven stand at different angles to force perspective, and that's how I learned.
Oh,
how to,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
target.
Those pictures are cool.
Yeah, but the first roll of film, I didn't find out till I developed them and looked at them. So I had a good, that was back in the day where, you know, you didn't get instant feedback. You know, that
Yeah.
was so much better. I mean, yeah. False perspective. So anyway, I always think of that. Oh, you could have lined that up better. Oh, it's like the people who are holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They just don't get it. They're fucking. I don't know. They got their hands on the side of somebody's face. You know, whatever the fuck. It just. Yeah, like this, and then of course, the camera guy's the one that's got to do the work. You got to move
Right.
it so, the hand hits the fucking side.
Nope.
So, did they ever stop that? You've been to Pisa, haven't you?
No, I've only
Dave?
been to Rome and Naples, actually. Never been. Oh, and Capri. Nope, never ventured out. I'm gonna. I'll go to Florence, do all that. Eventually, I don't think. I think I'll skip Venice. Venice is just too many people. They're actually trying to get people not to go there because they're fucking trashing the place. The thing's sinking.
It's amazing that you see the construction, how all those beautiful stone buildings are all built on wooden pylons
Yep.
that are driven into the mud just below the surface of the water.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how that came about.
Well, it
How
came
millions
about
upon
because
millions
everybody on the fucking mainland were assholes. They just said, "Fuck it, we'll come out here to this marshy fucking wetland, and nobody will fuck with
to
us out here."
protect themselves. Yeah, so you have these huge, even cathedrals built
Oh, yeah.
on wooden pylons stuck in the mud.
They have problems.
been
now,
there?
though.
Dave, did you go to Venice?
No.
You never been there?
My wife took the kids there. They weren't too happy about it. I tell you, they got this one thing there now is they're fighting tides. They're actually fighting the ocean rising. They have these almost like a fucking sea dam that goes up and down. This huge engineering project and shit. It's probably a waste of time, but whatever, maybe not. Because they're not floating. A lot of people think they float. They're not floating. They're fucking anchored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the shit. It's the fucking shit. Like all that old shit. It's great. Because they don't... Remember the bond? How we loved the bond? But we couldn't have the bond. We couldn't keep the bond. Oh, no. Right? In Italy, they're going, no, fuck you. We ain't knocking that down, man. That's the bond. We'll put a light on it. But it doesn't do anything. No. It looks great. We like the way it looks. We like that it's old. And
There's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, isn't there like a famous McDonald's? It might be Rome, but I think I was looking at pictures that was built above like an old section of the city, foundations and streets and stuff like that. So they preserved it by building on top of it, but the floor is made of like a plexiglass of some kind, where you can look at the street and the foundations that they
Rome?
Underneath. I think
That's
so.
cool.
I could be, but
Oh,
it's in
Jesus.
it's
That's really cool.
You know what? This guy, when I was in Rome, the Italian asked me if I wanted to go to McDonald's, right? And I went, no, because I thought but he might have wanted to show me the hole in the floor. Shit. I got to find that now.
I went into a McDonald's in Dublin, and it was really like a fancy restaurant inside.
And you could get a beer.
And you ordered by
This is true. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. But
you order by touchscreen. It was like this really ultra modern experience, and but the rest of the restaurant where you went and go eat, like it was like looked like a high end restaurant inside. It didn't look like a McDonald's at all.
yeah, because McDonald's is considered fine dining in a lot of countries.
Yeah,
Like
people are
in
starving.
Moscow, it's like that. It's like you go and they have like different layers of it. Like the first one's kind of like fast food. The second floor is like fine dining, where they have waiters and things like that. You can order and they bring your food to the table and stuff like. It's
Wow.
well, yeah, like
Waiter with your
McDonald's
Big
is
Mac.
considered fine American
Ta-da.
cuisine, and they're always busy. At least the one in Moscow was.
Yeah.
Did you try it?
Yakov Smirnov showed us a picture of the Moscow fast food restaurant, right? And it says, this is Soviet version of fast food. There's a line around the corner and up. You gotta...
Yeah. well, there we stayed in Moscow. There was this. It was called the Hotel Moscow. I think that was the name of it. That's how it translated. It was an enormous hotel. They had torn it down since then, but it was this enormous place. But they had restaurants, but you couldn't access the rest of the hotel from the inside. You had to go out and walk like a couple of blocks around the building to get to the restaurants on the other side and stuff like this. It was very difficult to get to when you have a baby and whatnot.
Because it's Russia.
So we had the driver said, like, well, kind of, well, we'll take care of you. We'll get you some food. So what did they get us? They got us McDonald's. They brought back McDonald's food, and so we ate this fancy hotel. We were eating McDonald's food in the room while I was looking out over Red Square and whatnot.
What should we feed the Americans?
Yeah.
There's some American food.
What do you feed a horse? Oats, right? I mean, just fish food. Whatever that is.
And it just, I guess it tasted the same. It didn't seem any different, than
it'd probably be
American.
Better. I had in Pompeii, I had a Big Mac. And it was good. I said, wow, look at this. I think that might be meat.
Big Macs are good. They were designed by a chef. They're good.
And they were still using the styrofoam shit even after they, because they didn't have to. Yeah, but here they go, oh, we care about the environment, but just don't pay attention to what we're doing in Europe.
Right.
Or yeah, they probably got a McDonald's in the rainforest making a holy hell of a mess.
It is.
There goes another species of sloth. Thanks, McDonald's. So this one I read, it was really good. You know it was before the Navajos. I forgot the name, but they're the ones that built those dwellings on the
Anasazi.
Yeah, the Azazi.
Yeah.
So this one takes place there. There's these bad guys and shit, and they're like hiding out in it, and it's all descriptive. And of course I have a picture of it. I told you about that, right, Mike? I got a picture book. It's actually Tony Hillerman's daughter put it together.
Wow.
And Hillerman was still alive and he wrote in the intro, and it's the reason I bought the book. So in the intro it goes, if you're reading my books with a map of Mexico next year, this will help, right? And I'm going, yeah, it will, because I've been like Googling these places like Mount Taylor and all that stuff. I'm like, and this thing was like $5, and every chapter is devoted to one of the books. It's like all the places that the book takes place,
That's cool.
So yeah, it is cool. It's really cool. It's fucking great. And I only went through there once, and I always wanted to go back. I didn't actually want to leave. I could not get over how fucking beautiful it was. So I could stay here. I still could stay here.
Yeah, I got that feeling when I went through New Mexico. I wanted to spend some time in New Mexico.
Yeah, so fucking beautiful, and the night sky, everything. It just, fuck. Damn it.
So the Navajo, I think they call the Anasazi the invaders, but it's really the Navajos that were the invaders. They're the Athabascans that came later and populated the area, kind of marginalized the cliff dwellers, the Hopis, the Zunis, and all those people to more protective living areas and stuff like this. And they're beautiful, though. Some of those Pueblo Indians, they call them as well. All these tribes that live in Pueblos. I think I visited the oldest continuously inhabited Pueblo in the United States, which turned out to be the oldest inhabited town or city in the whole country. It's the Acoma Pueblo. It's like this pueblo in this middle of this immense valley, and you could see for miles any enemy approaching and whatnot.
Yeah, but, you need that.
But it was like the Navajos who came in. I mean, and kind of like marginalized these people that were actually that occupied the whole area at one time.
Yeah,
like,
the Hopis have got like an island
all the
in the middle
Chaco
of it.
Canyon culture and whatnot. But the Navajo culture is still pretty interesting and still wonderful and all that.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah. I like the way they think, man. I like the way they think of us. Oh, there's in the beginning of Dark Winds it's Seven of Nine's house again, right? We're up there, and on the way
Seven
in,
of Nine's
there's
house.
there's an Indian buried out front, um, and it says his name, his date, is born and death, and it says a good Indian, and that's from McClellan. You know, good Indian, good and dead. A dead Indian's a good Indian, right? So there was that, and but his it was Chi. And he's looking at it. He's going, I don't get fucking white people. Why they bury people? Why, you know, what's the deal? You know, it's fucking white people. I don't get it. They don't do it like that. He don't write it like that. They're just miffed. They just really were just a curiosity. They just do not understand our way of thinking. You know.
Yeah, what are you saving the body for? You pump it all full of chemicals. You put it in a sealed vault. Like, what are you saving it for?
What are you doing? You gotta watch out for the
That
ghosts
was
flying around your house, and you gotta open a door, a window, let it out. You know, that's what you gotta worry about, not the
Yeah.
slab of meat on the ground. That's what
Yep.
just left.
Well, all that like embalming, that really picked up right during the Civil War, where rich folks would have their sons that were killed on the battlefield. They would pay to have their sons embalmed so that they could return home for funerals and things like that. And so the
Yes.
whole industry really picked up around the Civil
Business
War.
opportunity.
Yeah, it turned, the human beings, human bodies into
Sure.
toxic waste.
Yeah.
Now they're considered toxic waste, so you bury them. You're actually encased in a
Yep.
cement coffin,
Yep.
and whatever they put you in, whatever type of box you choose as a coffin, they entomb you in cement so that your body doesn't leach chemicals into the groundwater.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's whole esophaguses. Like, you could spend a lot of money where nothing will ever get at your mother. You know, there's not so much as a worm. Nothing's getting in there.
Yep.
Man, I want to be left in the forest and let all the animals go. Let my body go back into the forest.
I would just like the cheapest thing possible, please. What costs the least? Or just being there dead, let somebody else deal with it. There you go.
Well, there was just
you don't
I
have
was
to
just
do
watching
anything,
this.
but I don't care.
Oh, no, really, that's the best way to do it. There was this company out in Cal. I was watching this documentary. This guy took this um, uh, cremation business, and he was doing it for his family's funeral home. And he found out that everybody needed cremation services, but they didn't have ways of like getting the cremated remains. There's a lot of people that weren't claimed and whatnot, but you still have to dispose of the body and stuff like that. You still have to dispose of the ashes and whatnot. And what he made a business out of taking people from all over California and like industrially, coming up with ways with industrially burning people and just like dumping the ashes like in real toxic anti-environmental secure ways and whatnot. So he made a huge business. They had to shut him down at some point. That is probably the best way. I mean, I think what?
There was one guy that wasn't even burning them. He had a business. He was supposed to be doing that, and they were all in his fucking yard.
Yeah, I heard about that guy. I read that.
Yeah.
The best thing is they got this coffin made out of. They got a coffin made out of mycelium, and they throw you in it, and they throw it in the ground, and the mycelium digests you and eat the heavy metals so that you're not toxic, and just disperses the way through the wood wide
there was
web.
that business, and how come that business isn't taking off? That sounds ideal.
It does, doesn't it? It's brand new though. I mean, people aren't used to it yet, but that is a good way because the mushrooms can clean up toxic waste, the fungus.
Right, because even our fillings in our teeth are considered toxic waste, and they don't want those to leach into the groundwater and whatnot. I think cemeteries are a huge waste of land anyway. I think it's like, I just assume
I'd never be able to find my grandfather or my friend Sean Kelly. They're in that one in Providence, right? That is just, it is so fucking immense.
Yeah.
Like when they put Sean in the ground, like look, I'm just what the I haven't even no reference. You know, it's just like all these gaudy stones everywhere, all different, all kind of the same theme. You know, but
Yeah.
because they all got to be the same theme. You know, and everybody's like, you can tell like oh yeah, you did good in life. Look at the size of that rock. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like nobody
right.
gives a fuck. Oh, I just want to get out of this as soon as
Right.
fucking possible.
Right. After like a generation, like you look upon these things, no one comes visits the stone, or very few
Or care.
come and
Yeah,
visit these
I don't
stones
do
or
that.
monuments and
I
things.
never
Like,
go to graveyards and visit graves or anything like
No.
that. There's nobody there.
no, it's
There's nobody there.
I don't get it. My family gets mad at me.
Right.
My mom, like, that's a big tradition in her family. You go on Memorial Day, you go doing that.
Well,
yeah,
it's supposed to be November 1st. That's where you go. Like there's one in Chaser, right? The Italians got this, right? They're not buried. They're in a crypt, right? And then when people quit going, right, your bones get pulled out and they put another one in there. It's there as long as anybody gives a shit, right? But as time goes on, nobody's going. It eventually becomes, well, we need the room, man. You know, it's been real.
it's
To the
true.
Met you go or whatever they do next.
You can't
Yeah,
possibly
you know.
preserve everyone that dies. We're just going to run out of space at
And
some
they put
point.
pictures on the tomb, right? You can see the picture of the person, and everyone puts a candle. It's just something you do. It's kind of beautiful, really. You know.
Well, I
After
mean,
Halloween.
that's a good tradition, but the thing is, like, the Day of the Dead, Dias de los Muertos and stuff, when you invite the spirit of your ancestors back in your home, that's a wonderful tradition and stuff like that. But to maintain all these cemeteries and stuff, I think is just kind of
Yeah.
counterproductive to civilization or the environment and whatnot.
Because after
How
you
about
leave,
making
that's
an orchard? Put an apple tree on top of every body.
it.
Make it an orchard, you know?
Dave's apples.
Yep.
My great grandfather, he got knighted in the 70s. The Italian government knighted him. And he was very proud of this. So he wanted it on his gravestone. Because he already had the gravestone because his wife had died earlier, so he had his.
Yeah.
But it couldn't fit, so he had to get another gravestone.
Oh.
It says Don Cavalieri. My great grandfather was a Don,
No
like
kid.
an official Don. Yeah,
Wicked.
Yeah.
and he in World War One he captured 50 Germans.
Not a small
Single-handedly.
feat.
Not a small feat. No,
I don't
was
know if
walking-
I could capture me.
he spent the weekend at home because the front was like 10 miles away. So he
Yeah.
walked home and he had R&R or whatever. And on his way back, he heard all these Germans, and they were in this house. They were hiding in a house. They were behind enemy lines.
Ah.
So he started like running around shouting orders and stuff, making them think that they were
Come on, with your
surrounded.
hands up, you motherfucker! Everybody over there. Oh, I'll kill you!
Yeah.
In different
He said-
voices.
No,
different-
Tommaso, go in there and tell them Germans to surrender.
Yeah.
And so he goes up to the door and says, "You're surrounded, surrender." And they all did.
Yeah. Should we
They all
lob
felt
this
pretty
mortar in
stupid.
there or give him a chance?
They all felt pretty stupid when they came out and put all the guns in a pile and found out it was only one guy.
No.
Anyway, in the 1970s, like as a reward, they gave him a free ride to America.
Huh.
They were going to either give
Nice.
him land or a free ride to America. And his brother was already here, so he came to America.
Yeah, that was the thing
Ah,
to do.
good for that. Good for him.
And then they knighted him in the 1970s.
Cool.
And so he's got an extra stone next to his stone. It says it looks like a guy named Don Cavalieri.
Yeah. There's two of them.
Well, good for
another
him.
10,000 years, a glacier is going to come and scrape all those stones out into the sea again. And all those bodies in those things,
Yeah.
those vaults, they're all going to be like scraped flat
Yeah.
and sent out to sea.
And then one day, Mike, induction. Yeah. And you can come out later as lava.
Yep,
Start again.
that's what happens. Might as well just do it right now.
The ocean is wild. There was this one destroyer captain who was also a professor, a scientist, and they had this way of navigating in shallows. There was like this radar that mapped the bottom floor just so they could maneuver in. But he just never turned it off, even at sea, and he collected all this data. And
Wow.
that's when they found out that they thought the ocean was just like at the bottom, just full of like silt, right? And they never understood why it just didn't fill up with silt, because eventually that would fucking happen, you know, all the eons, you know.
Right.
And there's like a filtering system. There's induction. It all just goes into the ocean. It's like amazing. But this guy just left it on. He just
This guy.
Here, you know?
There's very few places on Earth that are old, like original.
Australia, northwestern Australia.
The Canadian Shield is 4-point-something billion years old. When
Yeah.
we were driving back from Algonquin Park, we saw rocks on the side on the highway that were 4 billion years old.
Yeah,
But very few places. Most places have been subducted and re-blasted out as lava.
That's right. Yeah, so that place in Australia is like that. They have original rocks.
Yeah.
They also have that Shark's Bay with the living fossils, the ones that made oxygen. You can actually walk out. They look
The
like
stromatolites.
yeah, they look
Stromatolites.
like nothing. And then once in a while you see a little bubble come up.
Yeah.
That's a bubble of oxygen, and it's been doing it forever.
Those used to be all over the world.
Yeah. I don't
Except
know
they've
why
been
they're protected
subducted.
there. So about the salt, there's something about that bay. It's not anything anybody did. I'm sure we'll figure out a way to destroy it now, but at the time,
It just hasn't been subducted yet.
Yeah, that part of Australia.
Because those stromatolites used to be all around the world. I hope I'm saying that right.
Original
Well, it doesn't
landscape.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get now we're in trouble.
Original
Fake news.
Precambrian landscape.
Hey, Mike, remember I said Dago?
Yeah?
Apparently, we can say that all we want.
Really?
Well, nothing happened. I posted the fucking thing. Dago.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So
Like
what's the
Dago?
original meaning of
What's up, Mike
Dago?
Dago?
As in, is it a bastardization of Diego, or what is the meaning of
You know,
Dago?
Italians don't give a shit. That's why you can say it, because nobody gives a fuck. You know? Yeah, whatever. You don't like me? Yeah. Oh,
But what,
you know?
what was the original meaning of that? You know,
Don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's somebody's problem. It's their problem, not mine. You know, it's some dumbass.
is that what it? I don't know.
Well,
You guys know
third
Italian,
world. We
so
would've, you know,
but what
I don't
is?
know.
Does it
I
have?
never heard anything about it, really.
I could look it up, but I ain't gonna.
Don't give a fuck.
Oh, hey, I'm fine. So I just thought I was curious, and you know, now I'm worried. I think it might have been scrubbed from the version of my Lovecraft, the one I downloaded from Gutenberg, because you can search the whole book in a second. So they go and go find it, and it's not in there. I'm going, whoa, what the fuck? And so I've been looking around, and now I'm not certain which book it was. Now I have to figure it out. But I think
So
it might have been.
remember that other episode that got banned because of something I said? I found, well, I'm not going to say it, but I found an recent article about that very thing. It's just that the censors didn't know about it.
Well, that happens. There was a time when you said
people
the world was
machine
round, and you
censorship.
would have gotten in trouble.
They thought I was lying or passing false information
No,
or
it's
whatever.
it's just machine censorship, where they just say, well, if you mention something about viruses, then that's enough. You know, at a time when it was very volatile, then you get banned. It was just a machine doing it. I mean, so many millions of these things, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of these things. They have machines censor. They have machines that go through
Well, the machine
dialogue.
hadn't been filled in on the latest technology.
Well, that's AI. Get used to it. You know, AI decided that week
Yeah,
it sucked,
I mean,
and then next week it's fine.
that's-
It doesn't matter.
That's the true evil of AI. You know,
Check it
for the
out.
time being. Oh, very nice.
This has
Anthony
the
Burgess?
24th chapter. Oh,
Ah,
the 21st.
right.
Sorry, the 21st.
21st. Yeah, I read that one.
Did
I
you?
read that version.
I never did. Actually, I'm gonna do it. I'm
It's
gonna
good.
try and fix it too. This thing has been through some stuff. And there's
So you
something.
fixed
read
it.
the last
You added
chapter.
the
Yeah, it was
missing
like mold.
chapters.
They thought Americans weren't sophisticated enough
Yeah,
for the last chapter.
it's in the intro. Burgess, he's a hell of a guy. He says, "This isn't really my best book." He says, "There are others," and I said, "You know, yeah, it's the kind of he kind of just says that. You know, he has some great. This guy's a great writer." I tried reading this a long time ago, but I didn't. I was having trouble. They had a glossary. This doesn't have the glossary. So the
Yeah, I
American
had
one
to
had,
read it for
the American one had 20 chapters and a glossary, and so now it has 21 chapters and no glossary. And it's easier to go. I tried a little. I wrote it. It's easy, because I think I saw the movie. After you see the movie, you got the flows in your head. You can just hear Alex. You know, you can hear. You know, you're gonna hear these guys. You know. So anyway, it's cool. Just after my Hillerman
I had to read that
run.
for most Psych 101 courses have you read that book.
Also,
Did you
I
have-
got
did you
Journey
read
to
the-
Ixland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through that. That's a quick read. I remember
you
I
read
liked
the,
that a lot when I read it, like 30, 40 years ago, whatever.
That's right. That's Don Gennaro's journey back to after he could see, after he learned to see, after he wrestled his ally to the ground. He realized that he couldn't go back to his hometown of Ixtlan. Nothing was the same after that. It's a nice story.
That's
Well-
right. You can't go back home once you've been out in the
Yeah.
world, basically. The long and short of it.
There was this.
Once
one-
you've had your eyes opened, it's hard to go back and be who you were.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
You know?
of course. It's just, of course. The thing I remember.
We're all on that journey to Ixtlan.
The thing I remember picking up from that.
That's what
book-
Adam and Eve is about. Getting kicked out of the garden. That's all about. You eat the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, and you can never be innocent again.
Yeah.
That's right. The serpent is Baphomet. The serpent is the one that says, you know, you need to experience life. To understand life, you need to experience life. And to experience life, you need to so-called sin. And you need the knowledge of good and evil in order to experience and truly know what life is. Otherwise, you're living in a daze. You're living in a coma. You're living in...
You're a child.
You don't understand. You don't have the experience of life. But once you do, once your eyes are open, then you can never go back to that point.
Can't go back to the garden.
Well, I want to go back.
You want to go back to the womb.
fucking
Once
way.
you've been born,
No,
you
you
can't
know
be
what? I don't wanna do
halfway
anything.
born anymore. You can't.
I really don't. I'm good. This, full steam ahead, man. I ain't going
Back to the
I won't
womb.
go.
Back to the teeth.
No.
Back to
Imagine
the
that starting
umbilicus.
over. Oh, kindergarten. Smelling crayons. Fuck that.
Uh,
Yeah, so
Well,
I
anyway.
remember the one thing I took out of I remember a lesson I got from Journey to Ixtlan that I carried with me was to be a hunter, like watching a routine and shit. That was like a revelation, but I was like a child when I read it, so it was like that was something. Wow, this is deep, you know. Of course, it's it's about anybody knows that except me. And then that day, suddenly I did know it. You know, what's the rabbit? I think he said, "No, just watch what he does." You know, we'll do it again. This is how you hunt a rabbit. I think it was a rabbit, or I know how to hunt rabbits because they do that. They just run in a circle once a dog starts chasing them. Do a perfect circle. All right. They're supposed to help. I guess the wolves have figured that out a long time ago. You know what?
Wolves are pretty amazing.
I
They're
like the way
really
they
smart.
straddle. They have teams, and then they run prey until they run out of breath, just at the point where the next team can just take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they got in the snow with a stick. Says, okay, you do this and you do that, and then we'll have the
They
kills.
do it with body language.
Yeah.
yeah.
They have a meeting with body language, and then everybody knows their job, and they go and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wolves are really smart. I had one when I was a kid.
I remember that dog.
Yeah,
Tucci.
smarter than any domestic dog.
Tucci, right?
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah.
One day you went, where'd it go? Where's your dog? And well, I kept saying dog, but says it just went feral. Just
It, if it ever got loose, it would come back with one of the neighbors' livestock, a rabbit, a goat, one time a chicken.
my dog did that.
Had to keep it chained up all the time, but it acted like a part of the family. It just couldn't. You couldn't let it loose.
So what'd you do with it?
Oh, my grandfather took him back and he sold him to a guy.
Oh,
The guy offered him a lot of money. Oh,
Is that like saying you brought him to a farm to live?
Yeah,
Is that the same kind of thing, or
yeah.
no, no.
He's good. He's in heaven now.
yes, he's I sold him, yeah, for
Yeah.
a lot
Oh,
of
maybe-
money. It was
Maybe he's
great.
lying to me.
Give him to a farmer.
Maybe he ran out onto Route 44 and got run over. If she would run, if she got loose, she would run. Gone.
Like there was a husky in my neighborhood. You saw fucking everywhere in Greenville, right? Like up at Apple Valley, like that. Like back when you left them loose. Nice dog. I mean, come up really just. Hey, you want to pet me? Okay. You don't want to pet me? That's fine too. And it was big. It was big. Big husky. Used to see him everywhere. What are you doing? I'm checking out this dumpster. Some good eating up at the cross.
That's right. Something smells good in here.
Or whatever
man.
he was doing. He's probably.
There was a dog.
Yeah.
There was a dog over in Foster Center. There was this black dog, and he would go up North Road. And every day he did this. He left the Stone Farm. He would go up North Road, and then go down Balcom, and then down Central Pike, and then down Route 94 back home again. And did this circuit every single day, every morning when they let it out.
Must be mine. This is mine. This is mine.
Yeah, he went around the block. It's a big block, but he went around it every day.
I understand that like mountain lions do that, but their range is immense. Like they have the same route, but it's like the whole state or some shit.
Yeah, they can wander. Those things can travel.
I remember once. I think there was one near me. I was up in this place near Boston, and I just got creeped. Like I was in the woods. I was smoking. I was alone, and I was like, I just walked out of there. I just thought, that's nice. I don't.
Yeah,
generally get
let it go now.
Wow,
Time to
fucking-
go.
Okay, another
I
hour.
saw a video of a guy. He's backing up, and this mountain lion is coming towards him. He's backing up and backing up, yelling at the mountain lion, and it keeps coming for him. And it's down on the ground. There's all these rocks. I'm like, fucking pick up a rock.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I thought the same thing. He was covered. The whole road was rocks
Yeah.
everywhere.
Pick up a fucking rock. You start throwing rocks, that thing's going to be gone.
Yeah.
You got to remind him which part of the food chain you're on.
More important to get the TikTok video.
Yeah, right.
There's
Well,
a
Hey,
lot of
have a
those.
good day. Enjoy
Guys,
your day. It's gonna be
Enjoy whatever
beautiful.
you're doing today.
Nice and warm. Love it.
I got to go cut up a fallen tree.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, just kind of gave up the ghost and fell over.
Last night.
All right, see ya.